I don't put it on Russell
You are.
Wilson. The Seattle Seahawks from that team put it on Russell Wilson.
You think Matthew Stafford is better than Russell Wilson?
Yes, I do.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've heard.
He's never going to be Russell Wilson of the first 2 years again. I'll bet any amount of money right now they don't win 9 games.
It's bet $100.
Do it right now.
Keep it simple.
Here's Wilson, pressure up the middle. Wilson stands in front deep. He's got Lockett wide open. He's got it! Tyler Lockett got behind the coverage. And the Seahawks win it.
Because even that ain't going to get it done. They better beat all the bad teams, and then they better beat a couple of the good teams, too.
Wilson going for it all. And
These guys are
Fed by Bobby Wagner. He's the only guy left from that Legion room. And
Like Russell been doing Russell.
they're also the #1 rushing team in the league since week 10. How are they able to do that effectively?
The Seahawks have 9 wins, Joe.
Yeah, I was wrong. I was completely and totally wrong. I underestimated Pete Carroll. I underestimated what they've been able to do. You know, having the #1 rushing team in all of football. I didn't even think that their defense was going to be this good. Their defense is actually 12th in football. I underestimated the Seahawks as a team entirely.
They're good.
And they have 9. I mean, they're good. Yeah.
They're going to win a playoff game.
Okay.
Because they're going to play Dallas.
But they're not going to play Dallas and Seattle, correct?
No.
But you're confident that they'll beat Dallas.
I am. They've already beat Dallas once. I think they'll beat Dallas. Now, I do like Dallas's defense as well.
Yeah. I don't love Dallas as a football team either, so I'm not, if Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys beat Seattle at home, I'm not like, oh, I underestimated the Cowboys. And if the Seahawks beat Dallas, on the road just because it's on the road, it's a little bit more impressive, but I'm not like, oh, I was wrong about this team too. It's like, that's a good draw for both of them.
But last night is, just so everybody listening, and people are still trying to come at me, last night is why I like Russell Wilson. It is. He does what he has to. He makes the plays when he has to. He doesn't force it for the most part. That's why I like him.
No, look, the thing is, I like Russell Wilson too.
Sure.
I've said that all along from day one. I just always like to keep everything into perspective of, how much we're supposed to like him. Like my problem with the whole Russell Wilson thing, and we don't have to go down the
let's
thing
not.
again, is that there's a lot put on Russell Wilson, and a lot of people want to deem Russell Wilson something special when I just don't think he deserves the accolades he gets. Even today, I was looking at our boy CT, #1 dirtball. He tweeted something, and then you replied to it that this is a testament to Russell's greatness, and it's a first quarterback to have winning seasons in 7 straight years. That's just a lie. Tom Brady's never had a losing season.
But it's not a lie. The stat is Russell Wilson is the first quarterback to start off his career with 7 straight winning seasons. Tom Brady didn't start his first year.
Yeah, that's why the stat's a lie. That's a way of shoehorning that's a way of finding a stat, twisting it to fit the what you want it to say.
But not really. The stat is basically...
The stat is that Tom Brady has never had a losing season in 20 years. That's the stat.
Well, the stat is to start their career.
Yeah.
No one has gone 7 straight years because Russell has started since day 1.
Right.
So that's basically the stat. They're just basing it off.
Right. I'm just saying, I understand the wording of it. And what I'm telling you is that's a bullshit stat. Because it's a bullshit way of putting something up on the screen during a fucking game that completely disregards actual facts, which are there are quarterbacks that have come in and never even had a losing season for going on 2 decades of football. And just like Russell Wilson did it on a great team with a great coach, with a great scheme, was not a top anything pick, which is why a lot of quarterbacks have terrible seasons to start their career because the best quarterbacks get drafted by the worst teams.
Yeah, but again, I think this is where you and I always find our disagreement in this spot. You don't want to give him enough credit.
I do, but like this statistic in particular is exactly the thing. People want to find a way to prop it up when if you take just an elementary look at that, you say, that's a bullshit stat. I get it. We found a loophole in wording, but the truth is that's not true.
But my argument is, like, a lot of times when we talk top 5, when we talk quarterbacks, especially currently, Phillip Rivers will make his way in or around the conversation, correct? So my argument would be, I'm just picking him as an example. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying, so basically, Phillip Rivers sat a couple years and then was on an amazing team.
Right.
I think that's important for Russ is because Phillip Rivers had pieces right away. He's winning 12, 13, 14 games. He couldn't sustain that either. So I think that's why that stat is so important for Russ. It's saying he went through having a good team. Then he went through losing the Legion of Boom, complete rebuild. I mean, you read that article. You read that article, right? The Sports Illustrated article. Yeah. I mean, according to that Sports Illustrated article, which came out in September, all those guys in the Legion of Boom hated Russell Wilson. He was given preferential treatment. He was a pariah to a lot of those guys. And basically that article is saying they're going to be shitty. Everyone thought the Seahawks would be shitty. That's why another reason, it's all these things come together. And me too, as a Russell Wilson fan, just so everybody knows, I'm not saying 100% the Seahawks win 9, 10 games this year, all because of Russell Wilson. Prano's right. It is because of a defense. It is because of running game. And I'll even take it one step further. I think this is Pete Carroll's best coaching job that he's ever done.
I agree.
For the Seahawks.
I agree.
I don't know with USC, but
I mean, I agree because they have the number 1 rushing team in football, and they don't it's obviously too early to tell what Chris Carson is, but no one thought he's going to be this guy this fast.
Yeah.
Like that, the fact that they're the number 1 rushing team. But again, and this is the thing, I don't want to trash, but I watch in the 10 minutes I watch it, first, I don't know what it is. I don't know why, for some reason, everybody just wants to throw this guy all the credit when the fact is he's going to throw the ball less times this year than he has any time in his career besides his rookie year and the year right after when they won the Super Bowl. It's like part of Pete Carroll's best coaching job ever is getting back to not letting let Russell Wilson throw the ball.
But you could also say
the last couple of years, he's in the 500 range.
Yeah.
And that's when they're struggling. And everybody goes, what's happening?
But they weren't really struggling. That's what I'm saying. They won 9 games last year. They won 10 games the year before. This year, they're going to win 9 or 10 games.
Right.
He's also thrown 34 touchdowns.
So in the last 4 years, they will have never gotten to 11 wins. Tom Brady, the guy who's not going to be mentioned in that stat that we're shoehorning in Russell Wilson as some 7-time winning quarterback, Tom Brady has never, in his career, his entire career, has been under 11 games 3 times.
But I'm also not comparing Russell Wilson to Tom Brady.
But you should, because it's a very similar situation.
Well, look, dude, I think when it's all said and done, again, I stick by the numbers. I stick by he's throwing less, but they showed the number last night. Him and Patrick Mahomes are the top 2 in the NFL as far as touchdown passes per throws. Does that make sense? So basically, the percentage of throws those guys make that are touchdown passes are the 2 highest. So
right. It's again, though, that's fine, but Patrick Mahomes has 14 more touchdowns this year in his first year as a starter than Russell Wilson has ever had in a season.
That's fine. He's having a great year. I don't want to be stuck in the Russ mud as we always get.
It's fine. I'm taking the L. The Seahawks are better than I thought they would be. Obviously, they're going to probably win 10 games if they don't lose a home game to Arizona, and then they get to play. They get to play on the road. And honestly, here's the thing: this is where the Russell Wilson. If you're a Russell Wilson slurper, which you unabashedly are,
yes,
then you get it. You get served on a platter Russell Wilson and the Seahawks having a chance to prove their greatness. You have to win 4 road games win the Super Bowl.
I wouldn't say greatness. They're not a great team. As a guy who's a fan of Russell Wilson, I'd be happy with 1 win to show how good he is. They win that game, then they head into New Orleans.
Right. My only point is you throw them out there in the names of, you throw them out there with the big all-time names that are still playing a lot.
Yeah.
And The Aaron Rodgers have been wild cards that won Super Bowl. The Eli Mannings have been wild cards that win Super Bowls. The Ben Roethlisbergers have been wild cards that win Super Bowls. I'm not saying Russell Wilson doesn't prove that he's great by not winning the Super Bowl this year, but I'm saying, here you go. You get to go on the road. You get to go on the road all the way to the Super Bowl. The carpet is the red carpet is laid down to the Russell Wilson elite.
Well,
scepter. Go take it, Russ.
In my opinion, he doesn't need that. I stick by he's a top 5 quarterback. You don't, which is fine. I do want to talk about the team he played last night as well. Guys, if you liked that video, subscribe to us on YouTube. Do it right now.
They're on YouTube.
Oh, that's right.
Right now. Smash the like button. Throw down on the like button, or up if it's over there. Or is it over there?
And leave a comment. Argue with us. We're here. We're not going anywhere. We'll respond to you. You might get some more Bill Walton over here.
I don't know where the subscribe button is, but take your finger and throw it down on the button.